We're getting considerable reaction to the death of an American student released recently from captivity in North Korea. South Korea says the U.S. flew 2 supersonic bombers over the Korean peninsula today in a show of force following the passing of Otto Warmbier. House Intelligence Committee ranking member Adam Schiff is renewing his call for a ban on tourist travel to the communist country. And Arizona Senator John McCain said Americans should have to sign a waiver absolving the U.S. government of blame if they want to go there, calling them, quote, stupid. Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen is at the State Department tonight. Good evening, James.
Brett, good evening. It was during this afternoon's State Department press briefing that President Trump tweeted out what could prove to be a major shift in the U.S. approach to the entire complex of problems presented by North Korea. Quote, while I greatly appreciate the efforts of President Xi and China to help with North Korea, the president said, it has not worked out. At least I know China tried. The tweet comes, of course, following the death yesterday of Otto Warmbier. The 22-year-old Ohio native was held hostage by the regime in Pyongyang for 17 months, returned to U.S. soil last week in a comatose state. Let us state the facts plainly, said Republican Senator John McCain of Arizona, a former prisoner of war himself. Otto Warmbier, an American citizen, was murdered by the Kim Jong-un regime. In the final year of his life, McCain added, he lived the nightmare in which the North Korean people have been trapped for 70 years. Forced labor, mass starvation, systematic cruelty, torture, and murder. Does this administration agree with that statement?
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on what Senator McCain said. I'm familiar with what he said, but I'm just not going to characterize that. We just can't comment on the circumstances of his death right now, but we remain committed, and the Secretary remains very committed to hold North Korea accountable for his death.
The White House said today President Trump was deeply troubled by Warmbier's death and that it was now less likely Mr. Trump would meet directly with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. In remarks with his Ukrainian counterpart today, the president called what happened to Warmbier a total disgrace.
He should have been brought home that same day. The result would have been a lot different. But what happened to Otto is a disgrace. And I spoke with his family. His family is incredible, what they've gone through.
3 other Americans remain captive in North Korea, and several Americans are also being held in detention in Iran. Brett.
James Rosen at the State Department. James, thank you.